Hi friends, how are you? I have been feeling a little stuck this week and I thought maybe you were too. So isn't it strange how sometimes even though we put everything we have into something and we meet every deadline we have, things still don't happen the way we want them to happen. And when that occurs, sometimes it leaves us feeling really stuck. Like, no matter what I'm doing, it's not working out for me, blah, 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 and the frustration and the impatience. And for me, and I think a lot of us, where that energy goes, that frustration, that impatience, and that feeling stuck, is it settles in our heart space. And what we want to do to feel unstuck in situations is we want to get this energy moving again. We want this energy to start flowing through our body again. And so what we need to understand and love about this is that no matter what's happening around us, what we can control is how we feel about it. So once we know how to release that energy in our own bodies, then we can come from a space of openness and love and acceptance. So there are a few things that you can do to get this energy moving again. The first one is camel pose. Camel pose, yoga pose, I'm sure a lot of you know it, but I'm just going to demonstrate it quickly to remind you in case you've forgotten how to set it up. So camel pose is an intense heart opener, okay? So you need to be very cognizant of how you're feeling during it and make sure that your back feels good and your neck feels good. Otherwise, don't go any further. So what you want to do is keep your hips and your legs forward. And then you want to put your hands at your lower back to protect your back. And ever so slightly, also I like to put my toes up like this. Gives me a little bit more traction. It makes me feel better about the pose. Then ever so slightly, you want to put your head back and then maybe start approaching the back bend. And then if you're feeling really good here, you can reach back and touch your heels. Oh wow, that's intense. I will tell you that I have been known to break down in tears during and after camel pose, because it is such an intense release that it can leave you feeling a lot of emotions that have been stuck in there. So I highly recommend crying during and after camel pose. Another thing you can do if camel pose is too intense for you, and you have access to one of these exercise balls. This is a much gentler version of what I'm talking about. So you want to sit on the ball, and then you'll just backward bend over the ball with all that yummy support. Stretch your arms out. Oh, yes, that is fabulous. And this is a wonderful, wonderful pose for those of us who are on the computer a lot. It really opens up the pecs. And it really opens up your chest muscles and your biceps. It's wonderful. I love that pose. Another thing you can do, which I actually try to do a couple times a day, is I'll just stand in a doorway with my hands on the door frame and lean forward. Again, stretching this, opening this all up. Really good for people, again, who do a lot of this on the computer, or if you're feeling stuck in this space. So I hope that you'll try one or all of those, and I hope that they help you feel unstuck. Sending love.